You can, I don't know, tell people about the games we're playing while I chill.
Okay, so today we are playing 2 demos of fighting games. So it will be a bit different than our previous streams. Uh, at least I think, because I think both of those games are like more polished to be representative of what they would like a full game to look like. So the versus the one that's already on the screen is an interesting story because I think the project is either fully cancelled or just on a indefinite hiatus because they created this like a demo vertical slice thing, and the team was seeking investment or publisher or publishing deal, and they didn't manage to find anything that would satisfy them. So this is like probably everything we get from them. But I think it's still interesting to look at the game, even if it's not meant to be finished ever. And the second game will be Two Strikes, I think. And that one is being in an active development, but they have an official demo available, so we will give it a try.
Okay, let's see if my controller works. Okay,
Yeah.
it does. But my buttons are
No,
L2 and R2.
yes, because it's meant to be, the triggers are meant to be the controllers.
Yeah, so this is a 2-button game, like dive kick.
Yes, and
like dive kick, you basically have like every option. There's like a tree of options you have. When you're standing, you have 2 options. Then after you press one type of jump, you get some other options, etc. You have some dodges, some jumps, and some strikes.
Yeah, you basically, like your grand options are just forward hop and backward hop.
Okay, well, I guess we can just play this for a bit.
So it's only a single character, single stage. So this is everything that you will see from this game.
I don't think there's any blocking. I think it's literally just like dive kick.
Yes, this is that's for me kind of like strange that somebody would think this is like a game that would garner publishers' attention. I mean, more like a type of game.
Well, Dive Kick did get a publisher.
Yeah, it's true, but that was like a long time ago, and also saying like, "Hey, we made a thing that was popular 10 years ago." It's kind of probably not the best deal, but
the right to bear arms.
I mean, the presentation is okay, but also not like the most visually appealing game ever.
Well, I think the animation is really good actually, and like the designs are, I really like them. I think that there's this, you don't see this kind of cartoony style in fighting games. Yeah. The problem is that the background is like extremely low resolution.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And the UI is also not really like it doesn't look like it's final version, let's say. Yeah, the animations are super cool, and they are finished, not like a placeholder. They don't have like a placeholder frames or anything, so that's pretty cool. And we have few attacks, which are reference to, I guess, wrestling or other fighting game characters at least.
Oh, how did you do the tall jump?
Just hold the button.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a variable jump height based on.
Can you like delay the attacks as well?
I don't think so, but maybe. So yeah, there's maybe a little more depth to it than it first looked like. At least I didn't really play much of Dive Kick, so I don't remember if that game had like a hold to.
It depends on character, if I recall correctly. Yeah, there are definitely characters who like change the angle of your dive kick, And
Okay.
there was definitely
And
some
there are
characters
also-
could delay. There were special moves there.
Yeah, there are specials and supers in dive kick, so
Well, I don't think any characters had as many like regular attacks as these, because we have like the drop kick, we have the elbow, the splash, and
yeah, I think there are 4 moves.
yeah,
Because you have the drop kick, the slashes, the elbow, and the I don't know, belly. Let's say.
splash,
Yeah, okay, the splash. Yeah,
the body splash.
I'm not sure if pressing both
This is
does anything.
embarrassing.
I haven't. I tried and haven't
Okay,
noticed.
it's just either always back dash or okay.
Yeah, I was wondering if
Okay,
you
right.
can just vortex, but I guess you can quick recovery to avoid that. Or delay. See, mix-ups.
That's good because otherwise it would be kind of painful to play this. Okay.
Nice hitbox.
Your cross to bear. Versus.
So this developer did like a big Twitter Q&A or AMA, I guess, where they talked about how they tried to get a publisher and why it didn't work out and why they didn't want to get a Kickstarter or like a Patreon thing. So this is not strictly like fighting game related, but it's like business of making games, and we don't hear a lot about that. I think that's
Yeah,
interesting.
every time a developer does like a super transparent article or post about the business side, it's really interesting because
Well, it's
almost
interesting to me at least.
yeah, I mean for me too, but it's like there are a lot of NDAs or just people not wanting to talk about money in the industry, so
Yeah,
it's always nice when somebody is doing that.
they don't want to like accidentally burn a bridge, so they would rather be cautious and better safe than sorry.
Yeah, it's true. I must say I really like the hold to jump higher mechanic because I feel like it really broadens the movement options you have.
Yeah, like the way you moved differently in dive kick was mostly by just doing early dives to move across the stage, or doing the big ones to sort of whiff punish your opponent after they did a quick one, basically. And here instead you can't like fall down as fast. You don't have this type of control, but as you said, instead you can do those larger lunges. Can you make you can make the double jump long as well.
Yeah, you can do like a small hop and then bigger jump. Oh no.
Oh, I just realized my directions are swapped to the virtue of the fact that like arcade controllers have R2 and L2 swapped.
Oh,
Because you typically have R1 on like your third button in the top row, because if you play, like Street Fighter on a controller, you want to have those punches on your square and your triangle and then your R1. So because of this, to mimic this default layout of the pad, that's how most controllers are as well.
yeah, I've actually rewired mine to be like the third is L2 and the fourth is R2. So it's for me it's like more obvious to
Well, it's,
bind
yeah,
thing.
you have left on the left and right on the right. So
Yes,
that is
yes,
pretty.
exactly.
But I
And-
guess you have
and
to
like the-
rebind everything in all the games.
Yeah, and L1 and R1 are below, just like in a controller. At least that's how I imagine it, being the closer ones, being the bottom ones. Oh.
Right, so do you have like a custom controller? Or is that...
No, but I had a Razer Atrox, and when I was changing the PCB to be the Hori Mini, I just wired it in a way that's more like comfortable for me. So,
I
like
see.
it's a mod more than a custom.
Fists of Fury versus
Oh no. Okay, so you can recover faster with the quick one. So they can't really meet it in this game.
I can finally prove I have better footsies.
Yeah.
I'm only losing because of the knowledge gate.
impossible odds versus
Okay.
My relentless anime pressure.
I think I like the fact that
more money,
on
more problems.
in dive kick that it was just, you know, one hit, one round, and not you didn't have the whole wake up and
Yeah,
okay.
not
I'm
sure.
not a fan of this.
Like, yeah, so we played one game that didn't have blocking, which was Hyper Fight, and they also didn't have like a real open situation. And here I kind of feel it's a bit of a clusterfuck when you wake up.
I mean, you
because
can, you have like
got-
an obvious option in just pressing the button away. Just, I think we're just not utilizing it properly. Partially because I'm still getting mindfucked about which direction is which.
Okay. The claws
Nice.
are really good. They're
Zone
just
control
ninja
there.
zones.
And that was a GIF and a half.
Yeah.
Pandastic versus
I'm not sure how many more of these puns may take.
Yeah, probably like most of the budget went for the fans. And that's why the game will never really. So no, the Oki situation. Oh. The close meta.
Ah, that was free and I messed that up.
Okay.
grow fond of Versus.
Yeah, the dive kick is I think the least useful option. Guess it's for like with punishing, but
Yeah, only in really specific situations. I feel like the claw is just really good.
yeah, I
for
feel
the
like
dart.
I'm gonna use the claw and the elbow in the same situation when I would use the dive kick.
Oh,
Oh,
the memory leaks are here. Oh, it's getting really, really bad.
yeah, I think we'll have to restart after this round.
Oh no, I didn't. Okay.
Jump straight into that.
So I must say that I'm having more fun than I thought I will in this game. Because I've checked it out in the past, but I didn't play with another person, but just to see what it is. And I thought, it wouldn't be so fun. But for a game just to like play this jump neutral, it's pretty fun.
Did you play dive kick ever?
Only really like in the past when I didn't really play fighting games that much, so I can't look at it from the perspective of somebody who played some fighting games now. So I don't really remember if I would like it now or not.
I think it was pretty fun personally. Like it sort of gets a bad rap that a lot of people say that it should have stayed this like really simple to player like two character game, and as soon as they introduced all of the weird characters, it lost the spirit. But I disagree. I think there was a lot of mileage to be there, and
Yeah,
I kind of wish there was more people to play with, but people weren't ready for the simple fighting games back then. We still had a lot of purists on the scene.
Yeah, I'm starting to really like. What is the word to?
Claws and counter.
Okay, so I
Appreciate?
appreciate like simpler fighting games now. Now that we play a lot of like the indie games, or even with the new releases, I like the Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah, the simple games Stripe versus and Stripe, two PC in a pot.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking today with somebody that, for example, if I wanted to start playing like May in Guilty Gear Xrd, I would have to take like 3 weeks to learn the combos and Oki and stuff. And in Strife, I can just play on with button special and already like have some kind of fun there.
Would you have to learn that much? I'm not so sure.
I mean, assuming you play with people who play the game now, you would
Oh yeah, I get it.
Versus.
and
Yeah, I
especially
tried playing like recently and bring back like my knowledge of scene from 5 years ago, and it wasn't pretty.
Yeah, especially the execution requirements are like are big, and Xrd is notorious about the everything being character specific. So you either have to only learn the combos for that one matchup you are going to play with a friend, or just.
To be fair, Strife also has like weights. I'm already seeing a lot of characters where I have to either adjust or just do a different combo.
Yeah, but when that like Strife combos are much easier, so even if you have to do this, it's a lot less work.
Yeah, that's I don't disagree.
So I'm not really like against character specific stuff, but when it takes a lot to just learn one combo, when you have to learn like 20, it's getting really time intensive. Which of course has its like benefits for people who really want to commit to the game, but I play more like a casual, let's say, fighting games player, where I just like to pop into the game and have few fun rounds rather than really like study everything about the game. Oh no.
Ferocious versus
Oh, I found the use.
Oh yeah, it's like it's I think the fastest wake up option. Oh, okay.
The wall bounce was hard to adjust after that. Had to do some calculations in my head and it wasn't quick enough. Oh no! Caught me mashing.